Just so you know, I've been sitting in the same place since last week to make this lesson. Hey, it's Bob Harris here, and welcome to Finger Picking Shorties. I think that's what I'm going to call these things. And we're working on lesson 2 of the most popular chord progression of the 1950s, and we're learning it fingerstyle. If you missed lesson number 1, it's right here. Just click on that button and you can go ahead and take that lesson first and come on back here. This is what we're going to be learning in this lesson. Let me play it for you. Alright, first things first, go ahead and download the sheet music. Just click on that button and that'll take you to my web page and you'll be able to download the sheet music from there. And while you're there, if you want, go ahead and check out some of the most amazing guitar videos from virtuosos all over the world that play the guitar. If you have the sheet music in front of you, let's work on measure 1 now. The song starts out with 2 notes played together on the very first beat of measure 1. We're forming a C chord with our left hand, and we're plucking strings 5 and strings 2 together. And I'm plucking it with my middle finger on the 2nd string. This is a 3-finger method, and the thumb on the 5th string. So together like this. Now if you're playing with 4 fingers, more of a classical approach, it would be your ring finger and your thumb, okay? But I'm using the 3-fingered approach, all right? So that's up to you. So I'm plucking those 2 strings together in what's known as a pinch move, okay? Like you're pinching the strings together, playing them both at the same time, okay? Holding the C chord down. It's just like last week, except we're adding that note together with the thumb. Last week was, this week is. And then what we're doing is we're going to get our thumb going at this point for the 5th and the 6th beat there. We're playing this. We're doing a walk down or a bass run, okay? That's what it's called. And this is going into measure 2 to complete it. So let me play measures 1 and 2 for you real slow. It would be this. Let me break down that bass run for you a little bit. I'm keeping my hand in the C position here, and what I'm doing is to get that next note, I'm leaving my index finger down on this C chord because we're going to need it for the A minor 7th chord, which is our 2nd chord. So I want to keep this finger down the whole time, and I'm just moving these 2, okay? If you notice, real slow, this is the 5th beat of measure 1, starting with the bass notes, or the bass run, and I'm just using my thumb, and what I'm doing on the left hand is I'm just simply taking my middle finger and going 2 frets up on the 5th string, just walking it down like a walk down, okay? Just all thumb, okay, on the right hand. So it would be this. Measure 1 would be this. Measure 2 would be this. I'm just going 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4 on the right hand, and I'm forming what's known as an A minor 7th chord. Very common chord. By the way, if you're keeping score here, this C chord and the A minor chord are very closely related cousins. The A minor chord, or this A minor 7th, or any form of A minor, is the relative minor of the C chord. They have all the same notes in the scale, except the bass note changes, okay? That's what determines this as being an A minor chord instead of a C chord, okay? Measures 1 through 2 is simply this. Measure 3 is a little tricky. We haven't done anything like this in any of my lessons so far. What we're doing is we're forming a D minor chord, all right? And I've showed you last week that this is one way to form the chord, using your index finger 1 fret up on the first string, ring finger 3 frets up on the second string, and then your middle finger 2 frets up on the third string. That's how you see it in the music books and everything, a D minor chord, okay? Now, I like to use my pinky on this because what we're about to do, the pinky makes it easier for me to coordinate my fingers. I'm going to have to, for the rest of this melody, I need to be able to coordinate my fingers properly. I have a good reach going this way, and I can also get some of the melody notes using that pinky, whereas this way it would be a little clumsy. I'd have to do some hopping around. And as I've said before, the less movement that you do on your left hand, the better. You want to conserve energy. Very important that you don't be hopping all over, and that's when the guitar gets clumsy, is when you're moving your fingers when they're not necessary. You want to keep your movement down to a dull roar, all right? So I'm being very calculated with this. When I go to that D minor chord, and I'm using that pinky right here, there's a very good reason why I'm doing it, is because I have better coordination with some of the melody notes that are about to come. So if you want to try the D minor chord this way, go ahead and do it. The other way I think is a little bit clumsier, and if you can incorporate that pinky into your playing, that would be great. You'll be cursing me out at the beginning, but you'll be thanking me 5 months from now that you got this finger coordinated. So to start off this measure, it's just exactly like last week. We're just doing the arpeggio, the D minor arpeggio, starting on the 4th string. So it would be 4, 3, 2, 1 with our right hand, holding the D minor chord down. And then what we're doing, if you look here, you got to have your thumb in a good place to play this chord, okay? And then what I'm doing after that is, if you look at the notes there, the notes are, these would be the individual notes. Okay, this is the 4th note, 5th note of the measure, and the 6th note of the measure. Okay, so it's 1 fret up, okay, on the 1st string, then open on the 1st string, then 3 frets up on the 2nd string. So that's the melody. With finger picking, you got to keep your chord down. So the way that I'm playing this is I'm playing with my middle finger. I'm picking it twice. And then with my index finger, I'm hitting the 2nd string. So that's how I'm playing this. I'm holding this chord down, and I'm releasing that note there. I'm playing that melody and holding these 2 fingers down. Watch my right hand closely. Twice with the middle finger on the 1st string, and then once on the 2nd string. Okay, so try that with me. I'm going to get my other fingers out of the way. So what I would recommend is hold that D minor chord down and try that riff, okay? I'm sorry for spending extra time with this, but a lot of you are going to have some trouble with this, and I'm trying to make it easy. I'm holding down these 2 fingers the whole time and just going, and then lifting off that index finger. All right, and the right hand again is this. The left hand is this. Okay, so the whole measure sounds like this. Let me play you measure 4 real slow for you. This is the way that I do it. All right, and you can can see here we have the arpeggio, the G arpeggio, the first 4 notes of the measure, and I'm plucking string 6, 4, 3, 2. And then we have this melody here that we're adding. This is all on the second string. So basically, for those of you at home that are watching this, it's 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. Those are the strings that we're plucking. And I'm plucking the last 3 notes with my middle finger. So it's 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2 on the right hand. The left hand, and this is whether you want to use the pinky or not. I prefer to use the pinky right here. Play these 2. And don't do it like this. Normally, if you were playing a scale, you would just do it like that with your ring finger. But I'm trying to encourage you, trying to sell you on using the pinky here. Coming out of that D minor chord, that's kind of tricky, all right? And using that pinky is making it so that it's a little bit easier to get from one chord, one measure to the next. The whole concept of finger picking and fingerstyle guitar is to conserve energy and go with the most logical movements with all 4 of your fingers to be able to go to the next place easily and smoothly. So if you're using, varying your fingers and using different fingering positions, what it's going to be doing is that you're going to be adding a lot of extra movement on your left hand, and you want less movement as possible. If you watch great guitar players play, they're not moving so much. You say, how are they doing that? Well, very specifically, they're using easy movements, and you're thinking ahead. It's like playing chess, okay? So let's go ahead and try to play measure 4 very slowly. So I'm going to call out the strings that we're plucking on the right hand. 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. And if you notice, I'm leaving my ring finger down on the 6th string 3 frets up with that G chord to let it ring. Okay, so I'm going 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2 on the right hand. And the reason why this position and using the pinky is so good, because all we have to do then is simply go ahead. Our finger is all ready to go here for the C chord. This one's already down, okay? And all we have to do is go like this, and voila, we have the C chord. We're all set to go. We hardly have to do any movement. And that's back to the beginning of the song where we played those 2 notes together. Okay? So the other way, if you did it with the standard D minor finger positions, okay, and this would be taking from the 3rd and the 4th measure. Then you have to take this finger and put it down here, okay, and then form that C chord. See what I'm talking about? All right, quick question for you. I've got a play along that I'm going to do right now with this song, and I notice that every time I go and do a play along, a lot of you guys drop off. You're not interested in playing along with me. And maybe it's not helpful, I'm not sure. I would think that it should be. But if you can comment below in the description area and let me know, should I continue doing play-alongs or would you rather me chuck it? Let me know below. You could just simply say yes or no. Just a simple yes or no will do. If a lot of you guys, and if the majority of you guys say chuck it, I'm not going to do them anymore, right? But if the majority of you say keep the play-alongs, keep doing them, then I'll keep doing it for you. So let me know below. This is going to be the official vote right here, okay? So comment below. All right, here's the play-along. I have this metronome set at 63 right now, but it's counting double time. 1, 2, 3. All right, there's your finger picking shorty for this week. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And we'll see you in the next finger picking shorty next week. Wait till you hear what I got in store. If you subscribe, there'll be an email telling you about the lesson. All right, so we'll see you next week.